Welcome to the
Can
Board
you
of
guys hear me?
Public Works and Safety regular meeting held here at the George Keller Public Assembly Room, Lawrence Governmental Center, 25th of May, 5 p.m. We have an agenda before us today. I will call the meeting to order, and the meeting is called to order, and let the record reflect we have a quorum to do business today. First item on the agenda would be the regular minutes of the May 11th, 2023 meeting. Is there any corrections to those minutes? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Mrs. Browner. I will second the motion. Questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And the motion carries. 2-0, unfinished business, none before the board. We go directly to new business, and item A is the approval of a construction contract award for the 2023-1 Community Crossing Matching Grant, CCMG resurfacing. Anybody have any questions on that?
All right.
Or Shrey?
I can just give a little background. So back in April, we received $1 million grant from INDOT for the community crossings for this year. So so we have already applied for a set of projects. So this is we bid the project out and we got some bids. So this is to award the contract to the lowest responsible and responsive bidder, which is Midwest Paving. For a total not to exceed amount of $1,735,317.88. So the bids were reviewed by the engineer of record, and they were found in compliance with all the requirements. And so I'm requesting the board that we award the contract to Midwest Paving LLC for an amount of $1,735,317.88.
Okay, you've heard that comment. Are there any questions for the board? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve the community crossing matching grant.
By Mrs. Browner. I would second. Questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion carries 2-0. That is approved. Moving to item
Thank
B, approval. You're welcome. Approval of construction inspection agreement with WSP USA for 2023-1 CCMG resurfacing project.
So again, this is the contract that you just approved was for the construction. Mm-hmm. So this is for the construction inspection and observation for the same contract for with the consultants to do construction inspection and administration services. For a not to exceed amount of $98,068. The consultant is WSP USA. We have worked with them before, so they're going to have a full-time inspector out there during the whole process, during the whole construction, making sure everything is done per the standards, checking quantities and everything. We do that for every construction contract. So they are also, their contract also includes a little over 12% of MBE. Minority Business Enterprise, so they will be bringing an MBE form to help with some of that inspection. So, that's all I'm recommending. I'm requesting the board to approve this construction inspection contract with WSP USA for $98,068.
Okay. You've heard those comments or questions. Is there a motion to approve the construction agreement?
Motion to approve the instruction agreement?
Inspection
agreement, I'm sorry.
Construction.
It's a construction inspection agreement.
Construction inspection, yeah.
And that, I would second that motion by Mrs. Browner. Are there questions on that motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 2-0. That is approved. Item C, approval of a quote for the Fire Service, Inc. to purchase KME custom chassis pumper fire engine in the amount of $901,361,000.
So Chief Patalis stopped by earlier in my office and wanted to let me know if there were any questions that I could call him on his cell phone. So if there are any, I can give him a call and we can talk to him. Sri, will you mute for us?
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The only question, I assume this has been a bid process under the
Yes.
normal state
So he did
standards.
tell me that this is a state quote
Uh-huh.
or a state purchasing agreement that he's purchasing from. It has been through the controller, it has been through legal and all the appropriate steps. It's just waiting for your approval,
Okay.
and it will be 2 years before this truck is delivered.
Wow.
He wanted me to be sure to tell you that it's very important that we order it now because the old truck will be out of date and we need to keep it on a rotation.
Very good.
So we will trade in the other one probably?
He hasn't decided that yet because I
Okay.
asked that question
Okay.
too. He said that we can still use the old truck for putting up like flags and stuff
Oh,
like
okay.
that. We just wouldn't be able to use it on runs.
Yeah, gotcha.
So there would be other uses the city could keep it for, possibly, but he's looking at that, and it really depends what happens with the truck in the next 2 years of being used.
Okay. Guess we'll cross that road when we get there and need to use it between now and then for sure.
Yes.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the quote for the fire service purchase the KME custom chassis pumper fire engine
Motion to approve.
by Mrs. Browner? And I will second. Are there questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 2-0. D, last item on agenda, request to add Sharon Freeman to the Solid Waste Recycling RFP Review Committee. And I know this, you can go ahead and tell her that we've had our meeting and,
We, at the last meeting, you guys were kind enough to assign a review committee to go over the bids that we had received in response to our RFP. And the city officials and members on this committee thought it was very important to have a member of the council included in the review and the discussion, just so that the council would be aware of what was being done, even though it doesn't have to go before them for approval. Just in the efforts of transparency from staff to council. So Sharon has agreed to be a member of that committee. And just for official purposes, we'd like for you guys to nominate, vote her into the committee for us.
very good. You've heard that explanation. Is there a motion to add Sharon Freeman to the Solid Waste Recycling RFP Review Committee?
Motion to approve.
Okay, by Mrs. Browner, I would second. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. 2-0. Comments of administration. Corey, have any comments for the good of the cause today? Or the city?
Just want to remind everybody that Farmers Market begins on Thursday, June 1st, and it runs through October 5th. It will be at the Fort Bend Cultural Campus from 4 to 7 each day. There's also live entertainment every week, as well as exercise classes, so come out and join us.
Thank you.
Sounds good. Thanks for the update, and I hope people that see this online on the airwaves will attend. Citizens' comments. I don't think we have anybody that has.
Check my email real quick,
in.
but I did not see any. So, nope, no citizens' comments.
No citizens' comments today. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
By Mrs. Browner, I'll second. All in favor, signify say aye.
Aye.
2-0, we are adjourned.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Sri.
Thanks.